Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look. So for this one, just look at him, man. Y'all see that? You see that look on his face? Defeated, sad, can't believe it. Alright, let's go.
Ongoing investigation of a so-called youthful offender facing a controversial 60-year prison term for violating his probation. But as Bob Norman reports today, the judge who handed out the harsh sentence had a dramatic change of heart.
A dramatic change of heart. That never happened with judges. You know what I'm saying?
Another chance. That's what 23-year-old Herbert Smith wanted today from Judge Matthew Destry to reconsider his 60-year prison sentence for violating probation. 47 more years than even the prosecutor had asked for, prompting a...
So he got a 60-year prison sentence on a probation violation. 47 more years than the prosecutor asked for. So that means that the prosecutor wanted him to do 13 years on a probation violation.
petition that gathered 20,000 supporters for Smith.
He's a burglar. He's a robber. There's tremendous
He
amounts
a
of evidence
bitch.
supporting it.
The
Okay.
prosecutor pointed out that Destry had given Smith a break 3 years ago when he sentenced him to just 2 years in prison as a youthful offender on convictions of home burglaries and a strong-arm robbery. But after serving his time, Smith failed to comply with nearly all the terms of his probation, culminating in the October suspended driving arrest in a car with a convicted felon, a box of bullets, and suspected stolen goods.
I'm here to say that 60 years just does not seem fair and reasonable.
Pastor Alan Jackson, who has never met Smith, protested the sentence and promised that if the judge gave him that chance, his church would mentor him.
I have been trying to save you, Herbert Smith, for the past 3 years. Clearly, you were still out there leading the thug life.
Then he mentioned the pastor.
Good people. They want to find you a job, Herbert Smith. They want to keep you out of trouble and away from bad influences.
Then Destry dropped the bombshell.
I have decided to suspend your sentence of 6 years.
Destry gave Smith that chance, along with 15 more years probation.
Mr. Smith, you have become a symbol of a young man at a crossroads. Which path will you choose?
You might say that Herbert Smith got the best Christmas gift he could ever imagine today, but Judge Destry was very clear. If he goes off that path, he's going back to prison for 60 years. In Fort Lauderdale.
All right. So y'all heard that, right? My point of this, the lesson behind this. Don't think that because you get on probation, that mean that it's petty. You know what I'm saying? You get some probation, oh, it's petty. I'm going to just walk this probation down or whatever, and then I'll be good. It ain't that simple, man. You know what I'm saying? Probation is some of the hardest paperwork to get off of. You know, it seems simple and easy, but it ain't as simple and easy as it seems. You know, with this guy's situation, from what it sounded like it was some little burglary shit, you know, riding around with some stolen shit or whatever. But the thing is, he got history of this. You know what I'm saying? When you do the same thing so many times, the judge get tired of seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Here's another thing you got to understand, you know, about how the sentencing go. When you commit a crime, you have to look at the sentence in terms of whatever crime you commit. So before you commit a crime, look up that crime and see how much time it carried. You know what I'm saying? You can commit a crime that can carry anywhere from 0 days in jail all the way up to a life sentence. You know what I'm saying? So don't think because, oh, okay, well, it's starting at 0 days, that means I ain't gonna get a lot of time. Like, the judge got anywhere from 0 days to life to sentence you. You know what I'm saying? And if that judge be looking at your record and say, man, you keep coming back. Look, here go another thing, right? Judges get tired of seeing your face. Meaning you keep on committing crimes, they gonna keep putting you in front of the same judge multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get put in front of the same judge every time you catch a case. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that ain't something you want because that judge get tired of seeing your face. And this is how they play you. You won't learn nothing. You just don't learn no lesson. No matter how many lectures I give you, no matter how many breaks I give you, no matter how many times people come up here and support you, and I cut you loose, you keep on coming back in front of me. So then they cook your ass. You know what I'm saying? When you keep coming back to back, you showing them like, oh, this shit ain't nothing. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Go ahead and sentence me again. I don't give a fuck. That's how they look at it. You know what I'm saying? You might look at it as you hustling, you trying to, get your life right, whatever. You trying to do whatever you could do to get up. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't looking at it like that. They looking at it like your ass want to be in jail. And since you want to be in jail, oh, okay, what's the guidelines on your case? Hmm. Anywhere from 0 to life? Oh, okay. 60 years. Bow. On a probation violation. Not you went out and killed somebody, not you went out and kidnapped somebody, not you went out and raped nobody. None of that. You violated probation. You know what I'm saying? And here's another thing. I'm pretty sure that that judge told him that if he caught another case, he gonna get 60 years. I don't think that he just gave him 60 years out of nowhere because he got a lengthy history. I mean, it could have happened, but I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I believe that the judge told him, like, hey, you do this again, I'm gonna give you 60 years. You know what I'm saying? Let me use me for example, right? I was catching a whole lot of driving on suspenders. I told y'all that was my only case besides my carjacking case I caught when I did my 4 years for that. Other than that, every time I ever went to court was always for driving on suspended, right? Well, I caught a driving on suspended one time, right? And I was on parole when I caught this driving on suspended. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on parole and I'm on the driving on suspended. The judge told me if I get caught on another driving on suspended, that's 90 days. Nothing to talk about. 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Because the judge was looking at my history like, nigga, you got a history of doing this shit. This is what you do. And you on parole? Gonna hit you with 90 days. Now on the driving on suspended, it carried anywhere from 0 days to damn. I'm about to say like my bad. Hold up. I don't want to scare nobody. It carried anywhere from 0 days to a year. You know what I'm saying? Driving on suspended. 0 days to a year. So that means that you catch driving on suspended, more than likely they're gonna cut you loose, let you go home, make you pay some fines. Oh, okay. Damn, that shit wasn't nothing. You keep doing it. That go home gonna turn into 5 days. That 5 days turn to 10 days. That 10 days turn to 30 days. That 30 days turn into 3 months. That 3 months turn into 6 months. That 6 months turn into 1 year. When you keep coming back over and over and over, keep catching these cases over and over and over, judges get tired of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they eventually cook your ass because you just keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, with this dude case, he had a lengthy history. You know what I'm saying? And I can guarantee you, nobody in the courtroom was expecting to hear a 60-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a probation violation. Even the prosecutor didn't recommend nothing nowhere near that. The prosecutor recommended a lot of time too, but the prosecutor only wanted him to do 13 years. You know what I'm saying? This judge gave him 60. Bow. Smoked his ass. You seen him. Big. Please, no. Another chance. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna do it again. Woo woo. This is how it goes when you go to jail. When them drugs wear off, all that tough guy shit calm down, this be your reality. You like, damn, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Now you backpedaling. You get emotional. You got all of these apologies. You know what I'm saying? You want to make things right. You want to go home. You want to be a good guy. You want to get a job. You want to go to church. You want to pray. You know what I'm saying? Out cold, man. You know, and I'm gonna also say this. This was a lesson learned for him. You know, hopefully he took that as that was a second chance at life that God gave him. You know what I'm saying? 20,000 people signed a petition to help him out, get him out of jail. Um, a church that don't know nothing about this guy decided they would take him in and mentor him and get him a job and everything if they let him out. This guy had a lot of support out there that he probably didn't even know of. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he learned from that. This case old as hell. You know, I just seen it and I just decided to react to it because you rarely hear shit like that. Somebody getting 60 years for a probation violation. That's like unheard of. The only time you hear people getting time like that is murderers, kidnappers, you know what I'm saying, armed robberies, carjackings, violent shit like that. This dude ain't had no violent case and he was on probation, meaning that he already been sentenced for whatever he did. He just on paperwork now. You know what I'm saying? They watch him. And instead of giving him like, all right, we gonna terminate your probation or anything like that. They smoked his ass to the boot. 60 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? So don't think this shit sweet because it's not, man. It ain't nowhere near. Probation is a big piece of paperwork to your life. Don't think because it's just probation, you just report once a month, you drop every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? You pay a little fine. It's just some petty ass shit. Like, hell nah. Your ass can fuck around and do 60 years in prison. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he got lucky that the judge decided to change his ruling. Like I told y'all before, the judge can give you whatever time that they want to. They is authorized to do so. Long as it's something within your guidelines, they can smoke your ass. Don't ever think that they had to give you the bare minimum. They can give you whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? How about that? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rowdy, you drink pour it.